Hey everybody, and welcome to the roundtable format of the Customer Engagement Lab, Lessons from the Lab, where we dive into an analysis of a free trial and talk about what nifty marketing campaigns made us buy things in our personal lives. Here with me in studios is the creative director at Piper, Kat Lim.
Hello, everybody.
Jan Clan, the marketing ops manager at multiverse.io.
Hi.
And Todd Klauser, the lead brand marketing manager at Refine Labs.
Hey.
And I'm Travis Tyler. Let's jump into my favorite segment, y'all, of Marketing Made Me Buy It. Kat, why don't you start us off with what marketing made you buy this month?
Believe it or not, good old-fashioned direct mail.
Yes! Our first one!
A flyer for Ollie's Bargain Outlet. We got one in the mail.
Okay.
We could not resist the deals. We could not resist the branding.
Okay.
And we actually have an example of that flyer. Look at that illustration style. Their tagline is "Good stuff cheap," and I couldn't resist. So my husband and I went down there. I actually have a picture of him with the sculpture that welcomes you as you enter the store.
Oh my God. Is this ironic? Is this supposed to be ironic, or this is just like their marketing?
It's called branding, Travis. Okay?
Wait, I gotta see the slogan.
This is the marketing that predated memes, but they were serious.
It works. Yes, if you scroll up to the very top, you can see Good Stuff Cheap. There it is.
Good stuff
There it is.
cheap.
Yeah.
And it looks like a little old Einstein in a
I
scarecrow
don't
outfit.
understand why
Celebrating
it's
40
side.
years of bargains. Okay, so you got
So
this in
when
the
you
mail.
when you walk into the store, tell that there's gonna be tons and tons of deals just waiting for you. So one of the things that I found were
It's a whole experience.
these Beauty and Planet products. So it's shampoo and conditioner. I don't know if you guys do you guys recognize this brand?
No.
Oh my god. Okay, so at Target, they cost $7.99.
Wow.
Pull up Target. Yep. Yes. Oh, $6.99. Sorry.
Shots
$6.99.
fired, Target. Bow, bow, bow.
Guess how much I got these?
Let me see that
At
orange
Ollie.
sticker.
Let's see that orange sticker on the back.
$3.99.
$3.99,
Nailed it.
baby.
It's half off.
Pretty much half off. So, it kind of weird flavors. Flavors, is that the right word? I don't know.
Cent.
Scents. Scents.
We have our
Turmeric
scent expert over here.
and Nordic berry. I think it'll smell good. It's fine. It's quality. And I couldn't resist. But I almost got a hard hat too. Let's flip. I almost got a hard hat.
You should have.
Hey, that's a Milwaukee hard hat.
I know. It was like under $10. I came this close, but I didn't do it. Maybe I'll go back since now I am an Ollie's Army member. So they sold me on it.
Why did marketing make you go for this entire experience? What is it about that direct mail piece?
I think it goes down. It's the illustration style. They're having fun with it. I think I like a brand that doesn't take itself too seriously. I appreciate a brand with good puns and good deals.
Okay.
Again, it goes back to the deals.
All right.
So I'll be back again.
Okay. Ollie's, you are killing it. That picture of your husband with the sculpture. All right. Let's turn to you, Todd. What did marketing make you buy this month?
Okay, so full disclosure, this was not this month. But the only thing I bought this month was another tacky shirt, which I decided to wear. But
Big League Chew for the win.
But this was about 2 years ago when I was still doing well.com, we were looking for a productivity management tool. And we didn't need any, fancy features. Like we were using the base features. So when we were looking through all this stuff, I found Monday.com's YouTube channel. And at the time, they were doing a series called Will It Automate? And honestly, like comparing features, like all of them did what I needed them to do. Like they were all relatively the same price. So it came down to which marketing was going to make me buy it. And
I love it.
Monday nailed it. So
I mean, when you have a space like productivity tools or specific software niches, like there's going to be so much freaking overlap. It's just like, which brand just attracts you the most? And that's where good marketing comes into place. I'm glad you brought that up. All right, let's watch. I built a cookie machine to motivate people at Monday.com. It didn't work.
There is an engagement crisis. I have the solution, and it involves cookies. Work from home people are less engaged and less motivated. 29% of them, in fact. So here's my proposed solution. What if a cookie drops on my team member's desk every time they complete a project? I should probably just check with the legal team first.
No, Joe, there's no way.
I think it's a really good idea.
Monday is not going to endorse the use of cookies to motivate people. We're not going to do that.
To build the cookie machine, I'm going to use this tiny computer to turn a motor 180 degrees and back whenever a team member clicks done on a project. Then I'll just need to create a mechanism to hold and distribute the cookies. And begin we shall.
Phase 1. Build les bodies.
It's just good.
I want to watch this entire thing.
You have to see it till the end. The end is...
We know.
One excellent way to get Oreos to be tax
Phase
deductible.
3. Les électroniques.
Stop it. Do not eat that cookie. Do not do this. These cookies are not for you. God damn it, It might work. This is our first try. Oh my...
Les installations.
This step is simple. Just pick the team member that you feel needs motivating and show up to their house. Ideally, you want to install the device directly above their computer. Insert the motivating factors and turn on. So how this works is that I've set up an automation in Monday that sends me a notification whenever Molly clicks done on a project. If it needs more work, I click try harder. Then in the developers section in Monday, I made a cookie app, which integrates with our machine. So whenever I change a status to approved, it triggers our cookie machine. And... Do you feel engaged? Are you more motivated now?
No! I'm literally doing all the work while you're building a cookie machine.
So, let's review. Approved by Monday.com? No. Motivates people? Also no. Delivers cookie? Great
So
success.
yeah, as somebody who was doing YouTube full time, like this just spoke to me.
Gotcha.
And they did like 3 more videos like this, and then they actually did one where they like, I don't know if they mass produced it, but like they obviously that was like the cookie machine proof of concept. They actually manufactured that thing, and like you could win one. Like it was fantastic. So
I want a cookie machine.
I feel like that's really good on Monday also to like lean in to their user base and the content that their user base is creating and be like, this is hilarious. We're going to double down on it, literally put money behind it and build cookie machines for people.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I do agree that, like I said earlier, there's something to be said about differentiating yourself in a crowded market where there's just so much overlap and similarities with a unique brand that doesn't take itself too seriously.
There you go.
Beautiful. Jan, Clan, let's round it out with you. What did you buy or not buy this month because of marketing?
I got something weird in the spirit of crowded spaces.
Okay.
So I work for a company called Multiverse. And if you're caught up with the zeitgeist of 2022, there's a lot of media surrounding the multiverse, whether it's Doctor Strange, Everything Everywhere, The Flash, or Warner Brothers. So one day I was sitting down with the internal B2B marketing team, and we were reviewing, branded keyword spend. And like, hey, Multiverse in the UK, which is where we're based, we don't have anyone competing for that key term. It's great, it's healthy, ROAS is fantastic. Multiverse US, however, we do have a competitor. However, it's not really that damaging on our branded key terms, and they're not even in the same industry. And what I found was when you Google Multiverse US, usually it'll take you to multiverse.io, our website. But if you Google Multiverse US without the E, you're taken to the first image, which is a platform fighting game from Warner Brothers, where you can play as Shaggy, Arya Stark, Batman, Tom and Jerry, and all sorts of Warner Brothers properties, LeBron James included. And so like when I saw this, like, oh yeah, that's why Patrick is late to everything. So like, which is a weird reminder to have when, you're talking about your demand gen strategy. So that has been sitting in my subconscious for a while. And what ended up happening is that reintroduced me back into the category of platform fighting games. Back in college, I had a blast playing a ton of Nintendo Super Smash Brothers. So the buyer's journey for me went like this. I was reviewing our branded keyword spend, and all right, Multiverse US takes us to multiverse.io, but sometimes without the E, it'll take you to Multiverses, the Warner Brothers platform fighter. So consequently, I got back into Super Smash Brothers Melee like I was in college. I ended up watching a 4.5 documentary that's ungated content on YouTube about competitive Super Smash Brothers. And it was so good, in fact, I went ahead and purchased the gated sequel, Metagame. And that is probably the second most ridiculous digital media purchase I've made. And the story to how I got there is equally absurd. Anyway.
That is beautiful. This visual is amazing. And I think every single marketing leader needs to see this because it is just further proof that the buyer's journey is not a beautiful, linear, step-by-step process. It is random and chaotic in what it inspires.
What a
Was
ride.
the game any good?
Multiverses, it's fun. It's
No,
not
the one
for
that
me.
the metagame.
Metagame is a documentary. I haven't seen it yet.
I thought it was another game.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No. I've been getting calluses on my thumbs playing Smash recently again, but the bottom two are documentaries. I haven't seen the second one yet because it's another 4.5 hour documentary about competitive Super Smash Brothers. And there's a lot of good normal content out there to watch first.
My face hurts from laughing. I am loving this. And before we go into our next segment, I have to know, you mentioned that this is the second most ridiculous thing that you've bought off the internet. Can you share what the first is?
I mentioned digital media. I try not to purchase digital media because it's really easy to just stop having access to it, like if you get locked out of your account, et cetera, et cetera. But the first most ridiculous is anything related to submitting homework for my university. Like digital textbooks, codes, things like that. And it always feels silly. I'm like, all right, here's $300 so I can submit my homework and not fail out of my class.
For a quick second, I thought you were like, oh, I bought like essays because I didn't want to write them that other people had written. I thought that's what you were talking. And you're like, no, just literal textbooks.
I can write an essay. I work in marketing, even though you know me as an operator. But submitting, getting that message, that's the challenge for any marketer, getting that to the teacher.
Well, the 4-hour documentary and its paid follow-up, I think, takes the crown on Super Smash Brothers tournaments. All right, we'll take a brief pause, and when we come back, we will jump into our final segment where we discuss our lessons learned during our free trials using Vidyard. For this episode of Lessons from the Lab, we decided to take a look at Vidyard. For those who don't know, Vidyard is the video platform for marketing and sales video hosting, enablement, and analytics that helps you connect with more buyers, close more deals, and optimize your content for real results. And truth be told, a bunch of my friends work at Vidyard, and they're actually upset with me that I host this podcast on Wistia as a video hosting platform, and I'm sorry about that. I inherited Wistia 3 years ago when I came to the job, excuses, whatever. I actually didn't know they were competitors. Todd and I were talking about it. I didn't know that Wistia and Vidyard were competitors. So Will, Chris, Tyler, Reva, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me that I use Wistia, not Vidyard. I believe your team still uses DocuSign. So I'll just leave that comment there and let you think about that for a little bit. Anyway, besides being uninformed about their product as a whole, I wanted to focus my lesson from Vidyard on what so many companies want to do, what so many companies try to do and fail miserably at, And none, in my opinion, have come close to the level of success that Vidyard has, which is they launched their own media company as an extension of their content marketing efforts, social media, and community building. It's called Sales Feed. And at the time of this recording, which is September of 2022, I know this won't come out until January of 2023, and they'll probably have a lot more, but they have over 17,000 LinkedIn followers, 62,000 followers on TikTok, 2,000 YouTube subscribers, and they just have absurd growth, like week over week over week. Their engagement metrics are way better than the ones for this show, than my content, and well above industry averages. They're creating an excited fan base through diverse and interesting content, and they're doing it in a thoughtful way. They, in my opinion, have set the bar really high, the gold standard, if you will, for how to start and maintain a B2B content program where the message doesn't get stale. And I want to show one of their TikToks to the three of you. Todd may have seen this. I don't know about the other two of you. So let's watch this TikTok from SalesFeed.
Welcome to Dulux, such a perfect town. Here we have some rules, let us...
So, okay, for those that are just listening and are like, what the fuck did we just watch?
I'm also thinking that.
Yeah.
I was looking through. They have so many TikToks that are hilarious. But this was one of my good friend Will Aiken, and he's just nodding his head to a TikTok trending sound from I think like a year ago or something. And just shitting all over marketing for spending an entire meeting on, what was it?
Banner color.
I literally laughed out loud when I saw that. So they're creating like very niche content for like very specific people, but it slaps in my opinion. Okay, so I guess my free trial takeaway after my long monologue is that building a media company works, and it works really well for growing an audience, but the strategy needs to be organized and it needs to be intentional. It can't just be you hire a social media manager and it's like their part-time job to do what SalesFeed and Vidyard are doing. Tyler Lessard, who's the VP of marketing over there, he hired an entire team of content creators and brought them in under the Vidyard umbrella. And if you're not following SalesFeed or Tyler Lessard on social media, pause the podcast and go check them out because you're missing out on a masterclass of brand building. All right, that's enough of me talking. My co-hosts have some special surprises in their own free trial use of Vidyard, which I'm excited for. My birthday will be 3 days after the airing of this episode. I will be turning 32 years old. And I asked all of you to use Vidyard to create a video message wishing me a happy birthday. Kat, I'll start with you. Can you show us your happy birthday video and tell us what lessons you had from your free trial with Vidyard?
Can I give a little blurb right before we play it? Okay. So I will say that, you know, being a creative director during the day and then teaching as an adjunct professor at USF at night, I was like, how am I going to find the time to think of what I'm going to say, but also learn how to use this platform in between that time? I was able to write a beautiful poem for Travis and produce this in the nick of time. So go ahead and play it.
Love it.
My dearest Travis, it feels like a perfect day to dress like podcasters and make fun of our content. It feels like a perfect day for Travis to partay, to fall in love with marketing. Yeah, we're happy, tired, confused, and anxious at the same time. It's exhausting and inspiring. Oh yeah. Sorry, Monday.com. I use Asana for my deadlines. It's time. I don't know about you, but Travis is feeling 32. Happy birthday, buddy.
Bravo. Are you wearing the same shirt? Did you do that today?
Yes! So the lesson is I was able to bang that thing out so fast. It was so easy to learn, and I could edit it, trim it as I needed, and I sent it to you right before coming here.
I love it. I think that is a good lesson. I think a tool needs to be something that people can quickly get over the hurdle of whatever it is, right? Like with PandaDoc, it's maybe sending out your first document as your hurdle. I think the lesson here is amazing. So I'm feeling 32.
Do you feel inspired by this poem that I wrote myself originally for you, custom?
I think my favorite parts were just you going,
Oh, that was the best by far.
Thank you.
By far.
Spoken
Thank
word.
you.
Jan, can you show us your happy birthday Vidyard that you made for me?
Sure. It's a touch long, and I'll preface it the same way Kat did. Marketer by day, someone that watches too many movies by night, not a professor.
2 minutes long? Jesus Christ.
So,
Oh my god.
I mean, part of my lesson is like
He said to keep it under 30 seconds.
I did in some ways.
All right, let's watch
Part
the
of my
video.
lesson's baked into the video.
Okay.
So I'll just sit here and keep like a static face.
Okay.
Hey, Travis. Happy birthday. Per your request, I organized a Google slide for your birthday.
Was that the
So,
request?
happy birthday to Travis. Today, we are celebrating your 32nd birthday. Ta-da. Anyway, happy birthday. I hope you've enjoyed it. Vidyard's camera seems to desync whenever I go into full screen. But I'm here. I'm the one recording. Thanks. Have fun. Hi. This is unedited footage. I lied. What you watched was a recording of a recording. Because
Inception.
you actually requested for Vidyard. Not Google Slides. I think most of us know how to use Google Slides. Here in Vidyard, what I've actually done is I recorded footage earlier where I showcase, I celebrate your birthdays from 30 to 35. And I use the magic of trimming to just cut down to the appropriate age once I figured out how old you actually were. I only go from 30 to 35. Don't be too unflattered. I knew you weren't that old, and I knew you're in your 30s-ish. So, magic of trimming, made a copy. Here we are. Travis Tyler, birthday, age 32. That's what we just watched. So, expect more of these. Expect, I guess, 3 more for ages 33 through 35, because I've created, as an operator, a scalable solution. So, happy birthday. I'll see you next year, unless Vidyard deletes my account for wasting their server space for this kind of footage. So, happy birthday. Hope you're staying room temperature because it's January in Florida, but I hope it's a good one. Thanks.
I'm sweating. I'm fucking sweating. Thank you, buddy. That was everything I never expected and more.
Yeah, I forgot this was coming out in January. It's like, man, Travis, it's really crazy you shaved your mustache at the end of Q3 and it regrew just in time for this episode. Anyway.
I don't even remember what your lesson from the lab was.
I mean, I've used Vidyard before,
Okay.
and this is my first time using it for personal use, I guess, is what this is.
Okay.
So not within the ICP, but in a previous life,
Okay.
as a marketing operator in a more high-velocity sales function with more tools connected
Gotcha.
over at PandaDoc. There are a lot of integrations that Vidyard offers, and you can build a lot of cool things with it. But the lesson, which is kind of transcendental to the tool, is that you can build a lot of cool things, but without proper enablement, you can't make a horse drink, you know? So,
God, I love the way you speak.
Wow.
That was wonderful. No, nothing to go. Let's go to Todd.
my turn is
And then
over.
there's mine.
Exceeded my time quota.
Todd, what about you? Let's end this.
Oh, God.
Let's take a look at your happy birthday.
Can we just not play mine after that?
He didn't even change the name of the video. It just says Vidyard recording.
I'm really curious about your lessons from your Vidyard recording.
Son of a bitch.
Let's play it.
Hey Travis, it's me, your boy Tucker.
He's got
but
the-
you already knew that.
Got the whiteboard.
I've been trying to call you, but you never picked up. I wanted to reach out because I heard it's your birthday. But also because you ruined my career with your trash podcast. You may not accept my calls, but luckily, Vidyard made it super easy for me to send you these birthday wishes. Fuck you.
The little whiteboard was my favorite part.
I learned so much.
What is your lesson from the lab, Todd? You can use Vidyard to get creative?
I guess, yeah. No, I will say this.
Yeah.
I was able to trim the end. I mean,
What happened after that?
You learned how to trim?
That's a newer feature from Vidyard. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I do know Wistia actually only recently introduced trimming.
What I think actually would be really cool, because like I could be wrong here, but like people using video, like it's very personalized to you. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like a mass email type of campaign. I think it would be really cool if they introduced features that like a CapCut or like one of these more in-depth like mobile editing platforms has, so you can actually get a little more creative with the edits.
Interesting.
But yeah, it was incredibly easy. Same as Kat. Like you can probably tell, but I filmed that in about 5 minutes.
I think this is the lesson I take away from hearing you is that understanding who your core audience is, but possibly learning how to experiment with, like for Vidyard, it would be experimenting with features and product launches geared towards creators, right? Which maybe isn't their ICP. If ICP is sales and marketing, okay. How about creators? Because that's starting to become a burgeoning field. So that's
I think the other thing too is that, you know, as like the SDR role kind of matures, I think that's going to be a large part of that role. I mean, because there's less and less people that are just sending out 900 emails with one click and getting results from that. So like people are trying to figure, I mean, look at like the Ding Zangs of the world. Like people are getting creative with the ways that they do prospecting and cold outbound. So I think it would be cool.
Anything to engage your prospect or whoever your audience is with watching that video. Imagine if there was like really goofy stuff going on that was silly or funny. So that's my advice to you, Vidyard, if you're listening to this. All right, gang, this was fun. Again, I'm still sweating. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll tune in next time when we do another customer engagement lessons from the lab. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Cool. Thank you all so much. You make my life better. That was amazing.
I thought you were going to ask us if we use shampoo and conditioner.
That's where I thought you were going at first too. It's like, do any of you condition?
Oh, okay. I mean, a fair question.
There's a reason I always wear a hat.
You save money that way.
I'm trying to think if I have any good shampoo stories. Shampoo's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Try not to get the sulfates too. Sulfate free.
I buy Dove shampoo.
It's the most stripping of all the shampoos.
And it's I buy it from Target and it's like $9 a bottle.
Yeah, go to Ollie's.
Okay. Let's start going to Ollie's.
I'm an Ollie's brand ambassador.
I did a case study on Ollie's when I was in college.
Did you really? Or
yeah, but to be fair, I had last pick and it was what was left.
Kat would have had first pick and been like, done.
Thanks for listening to the Customer Engagement Lab, brought to you by PandaDoc. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or connect with us on LinkedIn. We love to hear from you and what you think of the show.